Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well and I hope that you are all fighting that war against the grey. In today's video we have another Warhammer Black Library story to review for you. Today's video is sponsored by Gap Games, a fantastic miniature wargaming store in Queensland, Australia. They stock a wide variety of miniature wargames from all things Games Workshop to some of my personal favourites, Conquest of the Last Argument of Kings, and all things Modifius wargames as well. Use our affiliate code in the link below to help support both this fantastic store and the channel as well. In today's Black Library review, we're going to check out the Warhammer 40,000 classic Space Wolf by William King, the story that tells us the epic beginnings of the Space Wolf Lord Ragnar Blackmane. Space Wolf is the first of a 6-novel series. The first 4 books, Space Wolf, Today's Focus, Ragnar's Claw, Grey Hunter and Wolfblade, are written by William King, and the last 2 stories to finish the series are done by Lee Leitner. William King, often known as Bill King, joined Games Workshop in 1989 as a writer writing not only fiction for Black Library, but also some of the fiction in the rulebooks and army books for games like Warhammer Fantasy and Warhammer 40,000. William is responsible not only for the majority of the Ragnar Blackmane series, but also for other Warhammer 40k fiction such as Farseer and the Makarian Crusade. As always, I do like to listen to these stories in audiobook format, while I do some of my hobby at the table, do some other stuff around the house, look after the kids, all that sort of stuff. And today's story is brought to life by Philip Sacramento, who also voiced what I think is one of the most underrated 40k stories in the entire sort of history of Black Library. I think it's absolutely fantastic. That is Outgunned by Deddy Flowers. Our focus though today is on Space Wolf. This is a really interesting story, as for the majority of it, it's not about the life of a space marine, but that of an aspirant to the chapter. Our story begins with Ragnar, his father and other clan members helping transport a mysterious giant stranger across the ocean to the lands of Iron. At the very outset of our story here, we're given a truly terrifying look into the hellscape that is the planet Fenris, home of the Space Wolves. Now, after this first journey, our story begins in earnest properly, as we're introduced to many of our cast of characters over the next few chapters, some of which will survive long into the story and indeed series, and others that have just a small role to play. We see Ragnar and his clan attacked at this time, and a mysterious man return to watch the ensuing battle. Ragnar sets himself apart from all others in a violent battle and earns himself the attention and life-saving ministrations of the Claimers of the Fallen. Here it is that we are first truly introduced to the Space Wolf, and Ragnar's world is forever changed. The rest of the story though takes us through Ragnar's training and trials from aspirant to neophyte, giving us a fantastic look into the harsh and unforgiving trials all aspirants must undergo to become one of the Wolves of Fenris. For me, it is this part of the story that truly shines. The look into the life of an aspirant is fantastic and not something we see overly much of. I try to think of stuff that maybe shows something similar, and really the only one that pops up to my mind is the Horus Heresy story, Descent of Angels, where we get a look at the trials of aspirant Zahariel and Nemiel joining the Dark Angels Legion. Flaws are honestly hard to come by, as I really do think this is one of the very best pieces of Warhammer 40k fiction out there. We get such a good look at so much of the background and inner workings of the Space Wolves in this book, it's just fantastic. For me, this is easily a 5 out of 5 star book, one of the very best, and it's been a pleasure listening to this again after so long. I read this so long ago in a hardbook format. If you are interested though in checking out some other Space Wolf focused stories, I'd recommend checking out Chris Wright's Space Wolf trilogy containing the stories Blood of Asselheim, Stormcaller and Hellwinter Gate, which I really enjoyed, and we do have reviews up for all of them on the channel. Or perhaps some other standalone stories like Battle for the Fang, Ashes of Prospero, or Ragnar Blackmane, another story about our Wolflord focus on this very story as well, but this time written by Aaron Dembski-Bowden as a standalone story. And so that is our review of the story for you. We hope you enjoyed it. Once again, don't forget to drop a comment down below. Let us know what you enjoyed about it. Give us a like, subscribe, and turn on your bell notifications for all the good things from the channel. Stay safe everyone, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.